What's up guys, Ryan from the NXG channel. You know, every year I try to break down these special edition bikes for you, tell you my thoughts on them, tell you what's going to come on them, and we just got all the news on the 2023 KX450SR for Special Racer yesterday. So, you know, the KX450 is getting a little old in the tooth. We've been on this generation since 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23, 5 years. Kawi hadn't kept a generation the same for 5 years since the mid-90s. It's normally a 3 to 4 year cycle. This might be because COVID and supply chain was such an issue. This might be because the bike was already good and winning shootouts anyway. Regardless, we can expect an all-new KX450F for 2024 without a doubt. So, the 2023 KX450SR, what is it? It's a special edition KX450. It's got a lot of the same features that, it's got all the same features that it had on last year's model, which I broke down in a video for you guys and did a walk around. I hope to do the same thing for this year if I get my hands on one of those bikes. However, before I go through all the details, I'll tell you the one big change for this year, and it's Showa. Last year, the bike had KYB. The production bikes have the Showa 49mm stuff. And, you know, everybody's on this KYB bandwagon right now. And, yeah, the KYB stuff was just different than what the production had on it, so it was super cool last year. This year, they go back to Showa, but it is still different than the production Showa. So I'll go ahead and give you the details about that suspension as it reads now. So the lower fork tubes, the lower inner fork tubes have a titanium oxide coating on them, so that's going to improve wear resistance, reduce friction. There's 4 or 5 different of these lower fork tube coatings. They all have their, their perks, their pros and cons. They all look sweet. So this one is titanium oxide. So larger diameter inner fork tubes are going to be the same size found on Kawasaki's factory racing team, and they let the fork house a 39mm compression damping piston and a 25mm cartridge cylinder. So you're going to get smoother action, better damping. The inner surface of the outer fork tubes has Showa's dim plush texture, which is a wave-like finish to help retain an oil film for smoother action. The dim plush texture also has a Kashima coating to create a low friction surface that helps prevent wear, so the sliding surface remains smooth for a longer time. Suspension settings have been optimized on the 450SR in order to achieve higher performance, smoother action, and provide a plush feeling. Moving back to the rear shock, the shock offers dual compression adjustments, so you can adjust high speed and low speed damping separately. Utilizing feedback from Kawasaki's factory race teams, you get a 22mm front axle to increase front end traction. New Unitrack rear suspension linkage ratios have also been changed to suit the chassis. Just moving on from the forks there, you do get the red X-Trig rocks. This is my favorite component, really. It just looks so sick. The upper triple clamp has the X-Trig PHDS, which is their progressive handlebar damping system. The mounts are lightweight and improve the responsiveness of the fork. You can choose different elastomers. They absorb vibration. With this system, you actually have 12 different positions you can get your handlebars mounted in. I don't even know how you could even have time to test that many, but let's try it. As far as the brakes and wheels, you get the pair of the DID Dirt Star wheels. You get the DID Gold 520 ERT3 chain, a black Renthal aluminum rear sprocket. You get an oversized 270mm pedal-shaped front brake rotor from braking. From the rear, you get a 250mm pedal-shaped braking rotor as well. Now, as far as the motor goes, you are going to get the polished intake ports, and then you're going to get an ECU map that Kawi says is different to kind of go along with those polished intake ports. How different is it? Who knows? And then also, of course, you're going to get the Pro Circuit TI6, you're going to get the graphics, and you're going to have little tweaks of different colors of things here and there, which are pretty cool. I'm all for these special editions. I think KTM did the industry a solid when they started making their factory editions, and the other manufacturers have kind of come on with their own. I'd like to see Yamaha offer something, some kind of special edition that had more than just monster graphics, but we'll see. As far as pricing, the 2022 version of this bike, I believe, was 12.3 or 12.4, and this version is going to be 12.7. So I'm pretty. Now, Cali didn't change the bike at all, which obviously helps you not have to, up the price too much. Where KTM's factory edition this year was an entirely new bike, and that factored into the price increase for sure. Cali managed to keep this bike at $300 or $400 more. I think that's awesome. I think we're going to see obviously more price increases when the 2024 comes out this summer. Yeah, guys, I appreciate all y'all. I will do a walk around when I get my hands on one of these bikes, and as these 2024 rumors and spy photos for the Cowies start to come out, I'm obviously going to be your place to learn about those. If you appreciate these kind of videos and you want to do me a solid, you already need bike parts. Grab them from AOMC. The link is like the first one in my description. You can click on that link. Anything you get, I'll get a little help from that. So I appreciate it. And I'm Ryan with the MXG channel. See you in the next video.